Hello, 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 y'all. How is everyone? I'm gonna give everybody like a minute to like come through. Um, Hello, everybody. There we go. I hope everybody is doing well today. Today we are going to be doing our weekly community oracle poll. So I'm gonna give everybody a second to come through, and then we're gonna get started. Okay. I hope everybody's doing well. There we go. I hope everybody's doing well. Everybody's chilling. Hello. Hello. How are you? Hey. How are you doing today? I hope that this week has been like good. Hello, Miss Booked and Busy. How you doing? I'm still booked and I'm still busy. I've been doing readings all day and I still have readings that I'm working on and readings that I have to do. So literally, literally booked and busy. Hello, 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 everybody. Hi, hello, everybody. Oh my God, new faces in here. I'm really, really excited, y'all. So we're doing our weekly community oracle poll. Okay, this is the weekly pangs. Okay, I'm loving the red lip. This is Rare Beauty. This is a combination of these two. This has been like my go-to lately. This is the Rare Beauty in Transform. This one with the Wet n Wild light gel liner in, what's it called? Gone Burgundy, which is like one of my favorite like liner colors. It's like burgundy. But yeah, this red, for some reason, it looks like it's gonna be a different color, but it's just, it gives me like a classic vintage red for some reason. I don't know what it is about it, but woo! Oh, thank you so much. I have been working through, it's been a lot of astrology readings. It's been a lot of past life readings. Ever since I started the past life conversation series on my TikTok, like a lot of people are like, okay, I want to do this. So it's been a journey of sorts. So as always, let me give y'all the options for this week's weekly oracle poll. As always, if you're a Patreon member, it is already included, or if you're a channel member or Patreon member, it's already included. So you can go ahead and drop your question and the oracle deck that you want to choose, unless you want me to pick for you. And then we're gonna get started. So the first option, you have the Okana deck. Please only pick this if you're trying to do some shadow work, because this deck is, y'all know this deck is savagery. The Mary Queen of Angels deck. We have the Divine Feminine deck. We have the Ascended Masters deck. We have the Archangel Michael deck. And lastly, the Nature Speak Oracle, which is literally one of my favorite oracle decks. But yeah, I wanted to keep it simple today because I usually have like 20 like decks, and I'm just like, let me just keep it simple today. Let's keep it simple. Anyway, so we'll be in here for an hour, so y'all can go ahead and drop your question. If you're not a Patreon member or a channel member, just drop a super chat with your question, and then we'll get it popping. I like the Rare Beauty concealer. I have like, it's weird because like most of my makeup is like Rare Beauty, Wet n Wild, and Fenty, but it's been Rare Beauty a lot because Rare Beauty's just, it's just been giving the quality. It's just been hitting what it needs to hit. Like I really, really have been enjoying all their products. So yeah, and I just ordered their new eyeshadow that they just came out with. So I can't wait to get it because I want to play with it. And then I kind of realized that I need to get in the habit of releasing like old palettes, like from that are already like expired, because like the thing about powder eye, like what's it called, eyeshadow formulas or whatever, so technically you can keep it a little bit longer, just disinfect it. But I feel like, yo, who's gonna use all these colors? Like who actively has like 50 million eyeshadows that they're actually gonna go through, like hit the pan on? So I'm just like, I need to get used to like letting go of certain things. So that's where I'm at mentally. Capricorn Sun, what messages do my ancestral spirit guides, angels, any deck? Okay. Let's go with Archangel Michael, because I feel like Archangel Michael is just like, it's been calling me today. Hold on, y'all. Oh, also, I forgot to mention we're going to be on here for an hour. So, yeah. Okay, let's go. Archangel Michael. Messages from spirit guides. Okay. Ooh. So, we got two. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. These two, like, go really, really well together. So, the first one is forgive yourself. You've done nothing wrong. Okay. And then the prayer says, I ask that you help me let go of self-blame and forgive myself. Please guide me in releasing any toxic anger or fear towards others. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for allowing me to feel centered and at peace. Okay. And then the other one is innocence. And I feel like these two just go together. So Innocence says, Dear God and angels, thank you for helping me see that all of your qualities of pure love and light are reflected within me and all others. Help me embrace my God-given innocence so that I may be at peace. Oh my God. Okay. So first and foremost, I feel like the message, it's really, really, really clear. I think that it's important to know when you need to relieve yourself of certain traumas and pains, and even like when it comes to absorbing other people's energy, because this is something that like as humans we do, especially when we're younger, we're like sponging up all of the knowledge, all of the experiences that we see our elders, our parents, our family members like go through, and we like kind of like sponge it up, and then we like we that creates like these little traumas of things where we're like afraid of doing certain things because we saw what you know, how a family member did it or how a friend did it and how it turned out for them, and it always links back to that memory and those kind of trigger points. And it's important to remember that sometimes when we are sponging up other people's situations and energies, and when we're holding space with them, or even if you're trying to be there for a friend, and you're kind of like, you know what, I'm gonna tell y'all a story. This is how I'm gonna explain this. I'm gonna tell you a story. There was this one time, right, that I had this friend who was really had a lot of seventh house energy. Okay. And her whole entire chart was practically in her seventh house. She had this ability where she was a Sag, and she had like a Sag stellium, so she was able to magnetize like people to her really easily. Like people would just fall in love with her and want to wipe her up really, really fast. Like met her 2 seconds and immediately want to put a ring on it, like that fast. And that's because that Sagittarius, like lock, opportunity, expansion, having so many people magnetized to that space. And so I remember that she was going through a situation with her partner at the time. And basically what had happened was, to put it without not giving too much detail, but to put it lightly, I guess, she had healed some sacral trauma in relations to children before, and she had gotten crowned. She had worked with Yamaya to heal that, right? But then one of the conditions of Yamaya granting her the petition of healing her own womb, because there was an actual disease that actually started within her womb space, was that she couldn't betray her womb, right? So then she ends up getting pregnant by the boyfriend, and the boyfriend didn't necessarily want the child at the time, and they were very conflicted about it. So she agreed to, like, you know, release the child, right? And so during this time, I was definitely helping her like navigate a lot of this, but it was not necessarily the easiest time for her, because the pain that she was having before within her womb space came back, and she was feeling very, very heavy about it. And so anytime I would see her and just hang out with her or anything, or just talking or whatever, talking about what happened, or just trying to hang out and stuff in the city, I would feel the pain within her womb, and it would then be like, I would kind of like sponge it up within my womb, and I started feeling pain in my womb, even though my womb was completely fine, y'all. Wait, can y'all see me? Can y'all see me? Okay. And so like my womb was completely fine. There was nothing wrong with my sacral space, but I was sponging up her energy within my womb space, because she was, again, the Sagittarius energy was just like expanding the energy so much, and she didn't really realize that she was doing it until I told her. I was like, I'm like talking to you and I feel the energy. And so I had to go to Yamaya and I had to get Reiki done just to release that energetic like heaviness within my own womb, because it almost like, it's like I sponged it up and I was feeling her pain while she was going through that. So this is one of those things where you have to understand there are some times where it's not your fault. You are definitely in a point where you can take on other people's situations, and it can almost feel like it's your situation, but it really isn't. And it, a lot of the time, there are times where we are very innocent in those matters, in those situations, and we did nothing wrong. We didn't, come through, and like we didn't cause anything within the situation. We're just there, and we happen, because we're energetic beings, we happen to feel that, and we kind of took some of that with us. And so right now, it gets to the point where you have to let it go. You have to let go of the fact that you couldn't change the circumstance for what it was. You have to understand your innocence and your role in it, and not blame yourself for not trying harder, or for not doing more, or for not, like, all of these things that are just not, they're just not, you just can't blame. You cannot put blame, or, oh, I wish I could have done more, I wish I could have. It's one of those things that it was kind of really out of your hands. So it's more about making sure that you're okay with yourself, that you're okay with your own energy, and that at the end of the day, you accept that certain things are out of your control, and that you can't, you just can't change certain things. You can't, as much as like we wish for others to be like in a really good place, and for everybody to be like okay and stable and happy, it's not going to happen all the time. And we have our space open to kind of to others, people that we care about, where they're able to kind of share space, and we can hold space for them, but we can't take that in all the time, especially in relationships, especially with our family members. Like, there are certain things that are going to happen that is completely out of your control. And this goes hand in hand with like the people that blame themselves for like things that happened within their family, things that happened within their relationships and stuff like that. Or even their parents, like they'll blame themselves for like a divorce or something like that. Like, it was not even anything to do with the person, but they'll still hold on to that. So it's really important to separate the two and understand your presence and your role in the matter, and not hold any blame. Like, even though, situations cannot necessarily be like the funnest, especially just to watch someone go through stuff, but you have to disconnect yourself. This is when protection work really comes into play. And sometimes when we ask for protection, spirit be like, okay, you don't want this energy around you, I'm just going to disconnect you from this situation for a while, because it's just not where you need to be, because they know you're going to sponge that up. So you have to look at your energy. You have to look at what you need to take sometimes, especially like what's meant for you within the space. Sometimes you got to ask yourself, like, hey, is this meant for me? Am I supposed to be taking this on? I feel bad, but is this something I need to carry? And if it's not, then let it go. Let it go. Understand your innocence, and then let it go. Can y'all watch me? I feel like, so, well, StreamYard just refreshed, so I don't know if y'all still watching me. Let me know if y'all can see me. So, we on the same page. But let me know. Let me know if y'all can still see me, because this thing, they just completely did a woohoo. Okay, I'm getting some comments. I feel like the internet is like a little slow today. Let me see. Oh, well, I realized earlier this year that I do sponge up other people's energy and emotions through tarot. It honestly, it be like that sometimes. There are some, like, I've gotten comfortable to the point now where I'm doing readings and I can just be like, and that reading is done, and like kind of, move away from it. But then there's sometimes that people's ancestors and spirit guides be super bold about certain things, or like very clear, or just triggering a specific section of their life that is like needs to be highlighted, and I'd be like, oh damn. You know what I mean? So I can definitely see that. Okay, you guys can see me. Okay, I just want to make sure because StreamYard just like refreshed, and then I was like, okay. Okay. Michaela, yes. My sister Natalie missed the last one. General message. You picked the deck. Okay. Because I know I didn't get to go through some of the last ones because we had gone over, but I don't have a meeting after this, but I do have to eat after this, and I always like to ground myself after the anytime I'm like pulling messages and stuff like that. So yeah. I'm gonna go with the Nature Speak Oracle because it's literally one. I'm just really biased. This is one of my favorite Oracle decks, y'all. It's just like, it just gives me life, and I love that it's this like minty, like this minty color. It's just so pretty. It's really, really pretty. It's just pretty. I just love it. Okay, Michaela's sister. What does she need to know? What is her guidance? Okay. That was a lot. That was a lot. Hold on. Okay. Wait, we got a ton of stuff. So the first one is resilience and strength. Okay. Resilience and strength. The next one is follow your passion. Okay. The next one is hidden realms open. And then the next one is return to sacred. Wow. That is wow. Wow, lots of messages. Okay, so first and foremost, there's definitely this connection to the core of things. And I feel like we've talked about strength before, because I think you did another reading with her, and it's interesting. And then it came up as like the strength. So that's mind-blowing. But when you look at the strength energy and when you look at passion, okay, this is very much like that Mars energy, passion, drive, the sun's energy too. What are you investing your time in? What do you love to do? What do you like need to experience out of life? Like if you can sit down with yourself and you can say like, I would just love to do this, and for the rest of my life I want to be able to do this. I feel like this just makes me so happy every time I come to it. This is like my safe space. Like I feel like I love doing this. This is one of those things that it pushes you into the corner, because sometimes when you are required to follow your passions, it requires a lot of strength, because not all passions are backed by society. Not all passions are like supported by our family members. Not all passions are supported by like our societal system, our government. Like there's some times where it's just kind of like, okay, but you still got to work the 9 to 5. You still got to do all of this kind of stuff. And it puts us in a predicament where we're just like, oh, but I don't feel like that's right for me. But then it's like, but what do I do? But I still got to do this and pay for that and do all this kind of stuff. So I can see where there is like a little bit of that frustration, but it's almost like Spirit is saying like, first of all, you need to not only maintain your strength and maintain your passion, but also understand that that is your safest place, that you doing what you love is the best thing that you can do for your spirit, for your soul, because you do not want to like end up later and like just regretting the whole thing, right? And so you have this kind of like come back to you energy, come back to you, come back to you, come back to what has been hidden, come back to what has been buried away, to put other things as priorities, to put other things as like, you know, the things that you invest the most time in. It's kind of like, no, you need to come back to sacredness, come back to what it is that is so meaningful to you, that you feel like you cannot part with, you cannot navigate out of. Like it needs to be a part of your experience in this life. It needs to be a part of your spirit, your growth. It just needs to be a part of who you are. And there's nothing wrong with that. And this is something that I say when I do like natal chart readings. I always make sure that I note this, because I think that is really important. Not everybody is meant to like be a celebrity, run a company, like be in media or work with people. Some people are literally meant to be mothers, and that's what their passion is. Some people are meant to like take care of their like home space, like to be like a little bit of homebodies and take care, run the household kind of vibe. because maybe in a past lifetime their household was a whole chaos situation and they were never really fully grounded. Like some people need to do a lot of soul healing, and so their focus in this lifetime is doing a lot of death work and healing their past lives and dealing the trauma and any debt that has been accumulated in the past as well. And that may seem like, okay, but Abby, do I just focus my whole and entire energy on that? No, but you have to focus a good amount of it. You have to make sure that that is something that is taken care of and healed. If it's something that is ignored and other things are prioritized that are not as meaningful as that is for you, then you are failing because you're not prioritizing the healing that needs to be done. You're not prioritizing the purpose that you need to have from being in that space and thriving within your passions, within your light. And so it's really about looking at what has been buried and returning to what you have made sacred to you, because it's sacred to you, whether it be like you are like you're an artist, or you love to draw, or you love to be creative, or you love to sing, or you love whatever it is. You do have to return to it. You still have to use that gift. It doesn't mean like go audition and go be like on a Broadway stage and all this kind of stuff. That doesn't necessarily mean that. It just means that you do have to, for yourself, master your own skills, master your own passions, so you have that outlet of releasing the fire, that resilience. You're able to withstand and push through from that. So you're not like stuck in a box or stuck in a every day is the same kind of thing. And it's almost like you're able to expand and grow out of everybody else's expectations, everybody else's kind of viewpoint of how your life should be dictated. You're able to co-create your own life with spirit, with your ancestors, with your angels and your guides. So you're not like lost and feeling like you're never going to get to do what you want. You can choose to do what you want. You can always choose to do what you want. You can always choose to dive in deeper into yourself and do what it is that you're meant to do in this lifetime. Because for some people, they're like, for those who are like meant to sing and have this purpose in singing and stuff, do you not think that their voice, okay, holds a vibration that when others hear them sing, it taps into certain parts of their own soul? And so they're providing healing to that person just by doing what it is that they love. Like it's an entire process when you're able to open yourself up to the community, open yourself up to the world and say, hey, y'all, this is who I am. This is what I'm bringing to the table. If that's something that you want to share, if not, it can just be for you. There are things that are meant to be, especially when it comes to self-mastery, that you have to take on for yourself. And you have to say like, okay, I know that I can do this. I know this is something that I'm meant to do. So I'm going to do the thing. I'm going to do the thing. I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to have anybody else dictate what my life should look like. I'm going to make sure that I'm at my happiest, because once I do this work, once I stay consistent with myself and allow myself to thrive through my passions, I know I'm going to be okay, because I'm the strongest when I'm allowing myself to be me. And that's the whole point to it. It has to come back to you bringing it back to you reflecting back to you, and you coming back to your own sacredness and your own abilities and powers. And it's just, oof. There's a lot of strength. There's definitely a lot of strength, a lot of focus. But I think that because you carry so much strength, you need to learn to hold space for your own strength, for you, not necessarily for other people all the time. Like think of yourself as like, let's say, I don't know, you're like a very strong, like muscular person, and you're over here doing jobs for everybody else. But then like, how are you using your own strength? How are you using your strength to move stuff around your house or build your home from the ground up? Like, how are you using the thing that you have worked into a muscle? Like you have worked this into a muscle, and it's something that you use consistently. Like, how are you doing that? So it's definitely something that it's powerful. It's a powerful energy, and you have to tap into that strength. That's a lot of solar plexus work. And I feel like 1000%, you need to make sure that you're doing solar plexus meditations. Make sure you're tapping into that solar plexus energy, so you're able to like expand that and make choices that are in alignment with your spirit at the end of the day. So that is your reading, boo. Okay, Lana, I did some chakra work, and it's obvious that I have to work on my throat chakra. Oh my God. So you're going to be excited because I literally am recording a throat chakra meditation that's going to be posted soon. So yeah. But okay. What is the underlying issues? I know some of it. Okana deck. I'm ready for the shadow work. Okay. Okay. So you want to get called out today is what you're trying to say. But I literally have like a throat chakra meditation that's coming. And it's so funny because I was recording it, and every time, this is just on a side note, every time I hear the throat chakra on the frequency, like when I'm using the sound bowl or any type of throat chakra like activated meditations or anything like that, I notice how activated, like you're supposed to be able to feel the frequency in the part of your body that, you know, it's supposed to be triggering. But every time I hear throat chakra meditations, it's so funny because I feel it so much here. And I'm just like, you know, if someone had a blocked throat chakra, you could literally throw up just by listening to one of these meditations if it's blocked. Like, and I'm just like, oh my God, that is crazy. Like, it's crazy how it's just like right there. It's just like, so sorry, I ran out of tangent. Y'all know I talk a lot. Anyway, but that meditation is coming soon. So stay attuned. Stay attuned for that because I can't wait. I'm trying to do more meditations on the channel. It has become apparent, especially from the TikTok community. Everybody just wants me to do guided meditations right now. So I'm like, all right, y'all. So 1000%, I will be doing more meditations. Y'all will see some of that coming out very, very soon. Okay. Okay, so Lana, what does Lana need to work on? What is the work surrounding? Oh, okay. Okay, so let us have this conversation. Okay, so the first one is deceit. Okay, deceit. Look at that. Chicka pow, chicka pow. Okay. From a lie, the truth is born. From a lie, the truth is born. And famine, do not pick up what is discarded. Oof. All right, y'all, give me a second because I'm already like, 1 second. Deceit. There we go. Before I read this, I just want to say that every time I always think of the throat chakra, I always think of like the episode in Avatar: The Last Airbender where he's going through all the chakras and he's like healing all his chakras, and they get to the throat chakra and they're like, it's blocked. It flows through by truth and it's blocked by lies. And I'm just like, okay, anyway. So from a lie, the truth is born. Shadow element, not being honest with oneself and losing touch with one's own spirits. Oh, as straightforward as this card may seem, it is very much an internal looking glass to see the deepest recesses of one's true nature. What is it that you feel you're not able to show to the world? Is it a sudden calling to the occult, or were you raised in a biased family? Is it sexuality? Is it a failing relationship you are convinced will work? Is it doing a job that you say you're happy with, but you're really not? Deceiving oneself never works because only you know the truth and the lie. And from the lie comes anxiety, fear, resentment, and discomfort because the two don't sit well with each other. The card is suggesting there is something in your life, mind, heart, and surroundings that is of deception to your true spirit. It suggests that you may be seeing signs of needing to sit down and be honest with yourself about who you are and what you want. Okay, and famine, y'all. Hold on. I gotta look for that one. Oh, I found it real quick. Hold on. Okay. Famine. Do not pick up what is discarded. Shadow element. Operating from a place of lack on a grand scale. This is the improvised mind governing your every word, belief, or action. A famine is by definition an extreme scarcity. Oh, I said it right. Okay. When this card is selected, you may be going through a period of feeling like you're low on a plethora of things: spirit, energy, motivation, finances, love, appreciation, etc. However, it also suggests that you are comfortable living in poverty, and while you are discontent with this reality, you feel powerless to do anything about the feeling left out in the cold when it comes to abundance. It suggests that you have become accustomed to going without, so you just take what you can get, quote unquote, as if that's as good as it will get, and that's the needs to the, and wait, hold on, I'm gonna repeat that. As if that's as good as it can get, and that the needs to be remedied. Signs you may feel like you're not living up to your potential is discomfort with going through the motions of waking, laying dormant, sleeping, and starting the process all over again. If you take a look at the idea, wait, hold on. Alexa, turn off the music. Every time, every week, y'all. If you take a looking at the idea of reciprocity and the pendulum effect, it suggests that you ought to give what you need in return. If you want more financial abundance, don't hold on to your dollars like you'll never see them again. If you want love, don't shut people out before you give them a chance to show their intentions. Y'all, this deck be coming for people's necks. Y'all, y'all. Woo! Okay, so let's have a conversation about the throat chakra now. So, especially when it comes to this energy, it's really important to understand how our words cause us to stay in certain loops and certain situations and certain environments that are not necessarily for our own progress and growth. There are times where we mentally, verbally state things out, and this goes hand in hand with how you use your voice, how you use your throat chakra, the things that you are saying. The throat chakra is one of those chakras that the way that the energy moves through is like instantaneous. Okay, it's very instantaneous. It's the same way as the solar plexus, because the solar plexus is used in a way where it's like, you know, it dictates your actions. So anytime you're taking a step, you're going to the kitchen, you just told your solar plexus to go do something, to go to the kitchen. You want to go take a walk, your solar plexus is saying, body, you need to walk this way, we're going to the park. So when it comes to the throat chakra, it is the fastest moving, right? Well, besides the crown, but it is the fastest like acting, is the Gemini energy. Okay, this is Mercury. Mercury moves quickly because our words, just how I'm talking right now, that is coming through my throat chakra. I am communicating with you through the throat chakra. And so there's an activity and a higher use when it comes to how we communicate words. There are some times, and I see this and recognize this all the time. And this happens when I'm like hanging out with friends. This happens when I'm talking to someone. This happens when I'm talking to Babe, because Babe's a Gemini. Geminis do this shit all of the time, where they'll say stuff or do things. And again, Gemini rules that throat chakra energy. So it tells you that there's a duality of speaking good and speaking ill within your own voice. There are certain times where we manifest or we create a level of toxicity for our environment, where we're speaking through our energy, speaking through our space, our sacred space, and saying or shitting down on those spaces. And then it creates the energy of lacking, or the energy of like pain, or the energy of like, oh, this is, I guess I'm gonna have to just deal with this. Like, you know, you're not fully satisfied, but you're still able to kind of communicate that and navigate your way into that, even though it's not necessarily what you want. And it's almost like admitting that it's not it. There are times I feel like as spiritual beings, especially when we're like bold manifestors, when we're creating and bringing and trying to bring things into our lives, where it can almost feel like you're ashamed that you don't have it better, or that you're not in a better place, or you're not in this environment, doesn't look like this. And it almost feels like, oh, I guess spirit just wants me to stay here. I guess that's it. I guess that, you know, no, not at all. Not at all. There are definitely times where we need to remember that we are co-creating. We are co-creating constantly with the universe. And so we happen to like outgrow certain things, or certain spaces, or even certain people, we have to be aware when we have to let go and manifest forward. Again, the journey goes forward. Even though, yes, we are called to look back at the journey to see what has been collected, what, maybe we have to change our shoes or something because we stepped on something or it broke and we haven't been paying attention to how we've been taking, our steps. But it's important to understand how the things you say and the way that you calibrate your mind and just communicate out through your words, how some of that can keep you really, really stagnant, how some of that can keep you in a place of just kind of lingering. And it's almost like, I guess this is the best that I can do. No, there's nothing wrong with being a spiritual person and knowing that you have the ability, that you have manifested so much for yourself, and saying, hey, spirit, I don't feel fully comfortable being in this home anymore. I think I've outgrown it. It was great for me like 2 years ago, but I think I need to move. I understand that I'm really close to my parent, X, Y, Z, and B, and it has these conveniences, but I think I want a house, or I think I want to move out of the country, or I think I need to be somewhere else. Like, where can you guide me and point me to the direction? Where should I be moving to? Where is my soul like taking me next? Like what is, and again, it goes into that forward process, progress as well within our own spirit. So when we say like deceit from a lie, the truth is born, okay? It really is kind of that thing where you kind of just have to admit yourself what the actual facts are. You have to admit yourself how you're really feeling. You have to vibe it out. If it's a no, it's a no. Don't try to make it into a yes, because it's just not. It's just not. Sometimes I feel like we need to like think about our lives. Sometimes there's sometimes where it's like this. I need y'all to think. Y'all know the show The Voice, right? For those who don't know, like basically the judges sit like backwards to the contestants or whatnot, and it's meant to be like American Idol, but they're not watching their people's faces, so you fall in love with the voice, not necessarily like the outer beauty of things. And so there are times like I want you to think about it as being like a judge on there, where you're actually picking whether you want to work with this voice that is singing to you or not. Like you're actually making the decision. I want this person on my team. I don't want this person on my team. You have to literally sit in that space where you're saying, I don't want this. This is not something that I want, or this is something that I do want, or you know what, I should have pressed yes, but I didn't, and now I regret not doing so. Like just being honest with yourself, being honest with your intentions, being honest with your manifestation, and being honest with the things that have been creating stagnation within your life. And that includes your voice. Your voice, it's one of the main components to creating any type of issues within your life really, really, really quickly. And so it's important to understand how this can keep us in a place of, not really content, but kind of getting by, and then it turns into I'm not really happy. Like eventually years go by and you're just like, I'm not really happy. Why aren't you happy? Because you did not do anything about your unhappiness. You could have reacted, you could have put your practice into it, you could have said, okay, well, spirit, I want to be happy. What do I need to do? Where do I need to go? Guide me. What does my next step look like? Like it's just about being honest when there is discontent. If something's not working, if something's not making sense, or if something doesn't feel right, that's perfectly fine. That is your body, your intuition signaling to you that something needs to change, that something needs to be shifted, or else it turns into this. It turns into that famine energy. And it's do not pick up what is discarded. Listen, that is just powerful. And it's really important to, again, it's like this forward thinking mentality. If you think forward and you're just like, okay, I'm not trying to put on a show for anybody. I'm not trying to have everybody like think that, oh, look at what everything I've done, like I'm so boss, but then I'm discontent with where I am, or I'm discontent with my job, or I'm discontent with the people around me and stuff like that. You can always do something about it. Okay. That's why your practice is about, it's a reaction to your life. We are constantly spiritually reacting to our lives. So if there's discontent, if there's anything that needs to be said or done or cleared up, you got to do it. You have to do it. You definitely have to do it. Wait, hold on. There's a lot of comments, y'all. Did I mention that Neptune in Pisces in the third is squaring my Neptune in Cap? self-deception and deception that come up a lot. It's definitely, oh, excuse me, I was squaring my ascendant. It's definitely one of those things that, like, especially like, I feel like with Neptune is just like, it can be such a beautiful planet, but it can create a little bit of chaos. And I feel like sometimes it's just about navigating the gray area when it comes to Neptune, because Neptune is the gray space. You know what I mean? Neptune is like that. You don't really know. You really don't really know what's going on. It's like a cloud. It's like everything's a little gray, and you're trying to navigate, you know, driving in a fog, and a really thick fog, and the road is coming before you as you keep driving. So it can be a little bit like, it can be a little weird to kind of find yourself amidst that. But the important thing to understand about like the Neptunian energy is that if you speak to the fog, if you asked it to show you what you need, it will show you what you need, because Neptune rules spirituality. So it's all about when you're diving deeper into that work, when you're diving in deeper into working with your own spirit and working with your ancestors, your guides, and everything like that. It's like a call and response. You start to get comfortable in that space because it's a very intuitive space. So there's different ways to use the Neptunian energy in a very healthy way. It's just that a lot of time in the physical realm, it can manifest as deception. It can manifest as lies. It's something that, listen, one of the planets had to rule deception. One of them had to. Like, we can't all just be happy, yippee-go-lucky. One of them had to rule deception. But he also rules like beauty and like all of this, like the illusions and making things beautiful and ethereal, and you know, like there can be beauty to the lie sometimes, but we also have to remember that we have to make sure that our spirit is in alignment with what we're saying. And if it's not, that's when you know to react. Stop it. I've had a recurring dream of driving through a fog. Y'all, I just be laughing sometimes at the things that happen in here. I just be laughing. I just gotta laugh. And that is Neptune for you. Okay, Michaela, general message. You picked the deck. Okay. General message. Let's see. Ooh. Let me just put this back in here. Ooh. Hold on. Yeah, this deck is straight up savagery. Like, she really killed this deck, y'all. Like, she really killed this deck. I'm still like with this deck because I just feel like it's just a powerful deck, y'all. It's a powerful deck. So I'm gonna use the Divine Feminine Oracle. Oh, by the way, y'all, if y'all want to get any of these decks, I link them in the description box, so that way y'all don't have to ask me. So if you're curious about any of these decks, you don't gotta leave me a comment asking me where the decks are. I put it in the description box for you, so you already know. Okay, Michaela. What does Michaela Hawkins needs to know right now? Oh, that came out really fast. That kind of worked out. Okay. Oh my God. Okay, so first and foremost, we have the Prophetesses of the Sacred Way. The white buffalo calf woman. My heart is a compass. The path of love is true abundance. Ooh. Okay. Then we have Sekhmet, the red lady. I am pure strength. I honor my anger by giving voice to it. So it's so interesting that you and your sister are getting a lot of strength energy. Okay. It's just so interesting to me. Y'all both should go do my Sekhmet meditation. I feel like it would be really, really helpful. But there's definitely this connection. I feel like there's a duality that's coming out within your reading. First of all, you have the white buffalo calf woman saying, my heart is a compass. The path of love is true abundance. Okay. And love is one of those vibrations. Love is one of those, like the energy of love. It tends to be seen in the more positive side, right? But there also can be like love that, you know, can be a little bit negative depending on how it's being used, whether it's obsession or overly lust or even hate, because hate is just another expression of love, but it's just amplified through anger and a lot of like frustration. So there's this highlight of love's energy and how it actually leads you to abundance. And I want you to remember, I want everybody to remember, love and money are on the same vibration. Okay. So when you're like in love, when you're in love with, I don't know, your food, when you're in love, when you're like eating, you're like, oh my God, I love this food. And then when you went, and then the next couple hours you had a really good drink and you're like, oh my God, this is a great drink. And then you, after an hour later, you met your friend and you just love your friend so much. You're like, oh my God, I'm so glad that I get to see you. That love energy has been moving around and expanding throughout all of those kind of circumstances and instances, right? And so there is a need to focus on how love actually amplifies your own personal abundance and how that doesn't negate any type of anger or any type of thing that you have pent up within yourself, especially because it ends up being amplified as strength for you. So there is this highlight of how love is not only amplified or needs to be connected to you. You need to see love as abundance. You need to see love as like, oh my God, I feel so much love today. Everybody's being so nice. Oh my God, like I just found a $20 bill. Thanks, universe. Or oh my God, like I just feel so supported by my ancestors. Or I just feel like I just feel the love so much. And this is so important as we like move into Taurus season. Let me tell you, this is super important as we move into Taurus season, because Taurus is exactly this energy. The path of love is through abundance. Okay. Taurus rules what we value. Okay. Taurus values pleasure. It values love. It values money. It values enjoying the things that it loves. And so because it values these experiences, these things, it's able to continue to add to the pile of things that they love. This is why some Tauruses can be hoarders, depending on how they're moving through the energy. They can be hoarders because they're always trying to attain more of that which that they love. Love, it's a multiplying energy. It multiplies, it expands. That includes your abundance. When you're moving through and walking through with the love vibration, you are amplifying that love. You're amplifying that energy. You're able to kind of like reach out and say like, oh my God, I'm so happy right now. I feel so much love. And then boom, every single time it just keeps coming and coming and coming more. And it just keeps and keeps and keeps on giving on because you're carrying that love energy. This connects you not only to the heart chakra, okay, for your growth, but how you ultimately get your wealth and what you think your abundance should look like. What do you want in abundance? Okay. What do you want your money to be great? For abundantly, you want that to be abundant? Do you want your support in your family to be abundant? Do you want your relationship, the love in your relationship to be abundant? Do you want your ideas, your creativity, your like your strength to be abundant? Like it's really important to understand how love just magnifies and amplifies so much, and how once you have that, you maintain that love vibration, not only can you thrive and get that love within like people and within different circumstances, but also with your finances. Okay. Love attracts money. This is what you can use love candles to attract money to you. 1000%, because they're on the same vibration. You're just you're communicating to money. Oh my God, I love you so much. You bring me so much joy when you're in my life. I want to continue to have you. Like, how is your relationship with those things? How is it meaningful to you? Like, how is it, something that brings you so much joy and peace at the end of the day? And it's like, at the end of the day, you have to look at the fact that like love is strength. There's a lot of strength in loving and being able to have that open feeling and saying, you know what, I love this. Oh my God, I love this deck. I love this. I love my dog. I love my life. I love that I get to do what I love to do. Like I love, like once you start looking at every area of your life and you're analyzing it, like, wait, do I love this? Do I not love this? Do I love this? Do I not love this? Like once you start analyzing it in that viewpoint, you can literally learn a lot. You can learn a lot about like where to and not give your energy. You could learn a lot about what you have been giving your energy to that has not been bringing you that abundance and love, but also where you need to be strong and say like, okay, you know what, this area of my life has caused me some personal anger and some personal, like, you know, I've had to kind of it's been a little bit rougher. I feel like I've been lacking this area of love, and I need to do some work in here. I need to light myself a candle. I need to ask for that strength, and I need to understand that when I'm being strong, I'm loving myself in the process. And so that way I can make thoughtful choices for myself. I can make better, open, clear-cut choices for myself where I'm not getting lost in the sauce of things, and I'm just actively loving myself and doing the work that needs to be done. Like it's such a powerful message. Like, oh my God, such a powerful message. Such a powerful message. Absolutely love this message for you. And I think that it's something that you need to personally like meditate on and like just sit with yourself and say like, okay, let me self-analyze. Let me see where, you know, the love vibration has been a little off. Let me see where I need to kind of go in and do a little bit more love work. And that includes like ancestor work too. That includes family work. That includes like, you know, your mental health. That includes your self-care. It includes so much. You have to know the second you start expanding that love energy, everything starts to just release itself. Everything, all the tensions, all the kind of things just starts to release. It just starts to kind of wiggle out, and you have a little bit more room and energy to do more for yourself because you have that strength. So such a beautiful message. I really, really, really love that message for you. Like that was just chef's kiss. Chef's kiss. Absolutely love it. Okay. Woo! There's a lot of comments in here, y'all. Hold on. Hold on. I'm trying to see where sorry, y'all. Give me a second because this chat be like whoop, and then I gotta read everything. Okay, that's from the beginning. Oh, we got another one. Okay, any messages from my ancestors? My grandfather, a woman who never met, has made his presence known in my life. Is there any message from my ancestors whom I never met that has made his presence known in my life? Got you. 1 second. I'm going to go with the Nature Speak Oracle for this. Okay. In a pound. Any messages from our ancestors? Oh, that came out. The second I said the name, it was just like, here you go. Merry Christmas and happy birthday. Okay. Wow. Okay. So first of all, persist in pursuits. Persist in pursuits. Maintain hope. Growth and abundance. Happiness at hands. That was like a mic drop. Like, that was like a whole type of mic drop, y'all. Like, what in the world? Jesus Christ. Okay, so persist in pursuits. This is one of those things that you have to, you really have to sit with what you've been striving to do, what your goals are, and stick to them. You really, really need to stick to them. You really need to stay focused on what it is that you want to do for yourself, what you see yourself as, and why you need to have that commitment with seeing it through. There has to be that self-commitment. It's just like, keep pushing on, keep on pushing on, keep on seeing the end of the light, keep on, because that's what's going to take you to the end. That's what's going to take you, not only is it going to take you like higher, but you're going to be able to have that success and be on that. It's like just being on that level where you're just like, oh my God, I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm working on. I know why I need to work on it. I know that that's my mission. That's what I'm meant to be doing. And I can't just dismiss the fact that it's meaningful for me. I need to make sure that I'm actively working on my goals, my lessons, my journey, like what I find purposeful in my life. So there's just like this need to focus. There's this need to have that awareness. There's this need to be open to your growth and how you need to like stick to it, even though it gets hard sometimes, even though there could be a little bit of like friction, tension, and stuff like that. This is one of those things that you have to stick to it. You have to absolutely stick to it. You have to absolutely push through, see it through all the way. Don't just give up. Don't just get caught up in any of the like the drama or the things that come in and trip you up. You have to see it through. You have to see it through. You have to be hopeful. Maintain hope. You have to be hopeful. You have to know that not only are you being supported, but you have to know that you have to maintain that hope for yourself, because you're basically, think of yourself as like you're walking in a tunnel, in a cave, and you have like the light, the lamp, the stick with the fire. I don't know what it's called. The light. Okay, you're holding on to the light. The tunnel itself is becoming apparent to you. You're navigating through kind of uncharted waters. Like, it's not necessarily like you're not always going to know the answer until you get there. You're not going to know what choices you have until you take the next step, until you move forward, until you shine your own light with your energy in the next step. Like, you need to have that hope that you'll be able to get out of the tunnel, that you'll be able to succeed, that you'll be able to grow. Like, you need to have that in your head. You need to maintain that energy for you. And then know that everything will be okay, because you have this growth and abundance and happiness at hand. If you already know that everything's going to be fine, that everything will work out, that everything will be in order, that nothing can stop you. Like, you're just doing it. You know you're supported. You got the love. You have the success. Spirit's saying, literally, stick through it, and you're gonna see your way out of this. You're gonna see yourself in a way better place, and you're gonna be able to grow so much from this. You're going to be able to elevate yourself so much. You're going to be in a different place mentally. So you're not going to be stuck in the same old every single time. That's just it's not a reality. You're going to grow out. You're going to be bigger. You're going to have that abundance. You're going to be able to amplify and attract that which you want in your life. You just have to put in the work. Okay. You got to put in the work. Persist and pursuits. You have a goal. You have a plan. You have something that you want to focus on. You have to stick to it. You have to be committed. You can't just give up on the projects or the ideas or the downloads that you're getting. If you give up on it, trust and believe Spirit will give that download to somebody who has the means and the time to make it come into reality. You have to put in the work, 1000%. And that is your message, love. That was a really, really powerful message, y'all. That was a powerful one too. Like, damn, y'all. Woo! Okay. Oh, hey, Haley, how are you? Okay, I got just do it. Wait, I'm trying to like read all of the questions. Okay, I did put my question on my Patreon. Just general reading. Okay, I got you. General reading. Do you want have a specific deck in mind, or you want me to pick? Let me know. Let me know if you have a specific deck that you want me to pick from. Okay, while you let me know if you have a specific deck, I'm gonna do Portia G's. I don't know whether it's work, but if you are accepting super chat readings, I would appreciate one so much, a general message from any deck. If not, love your channel. Thank you. Oh, thank you so much, love. Okay, general message. Which deck are we going with? I think we're gonna go with the Divine Feminine Energies. It's just this deck is also really good. I know I've been saying that all the decks that I've been holding are awesome, but they really are, y'all. They really are. And again, if y'all want to get any of these decks, don't ask me. It's in the description box. I did the work for y'all, so y'all don't have to ask me if y'all curious. And including the Okana deck, which I think is still sold out. You might have to DM her and let her know that you need it in your life. Okay, Portia, what does Portia need to know? Oh, that came out really fast. Y'all, okay. So the first one, we have the Goddess of Light. Okay, and it says we are all sacred mirrors reflecting back the same light. Oh, woo. And then we have green Tara. This is the Buddha of enlightened action. My soul informs my every step. I do what my heart compels me to do. Woo! Y'all, these messages. Okay, we are all sacred mirrors reflecting back the same lights. There needs to be an understanding on how you personally not only absorb but take in other people's presence in your life. Because there's going to be some times where we are actively connecting with each other, or you're hanging out with friends, or you just met someone new, or you just bumped into somebody at the supermarket and you got into a conversation, whether it was like a small one or not, and it just kind of triggered something, and it like made you think of something, or maybe piqued your curiosity, or even like shined a light in something that you needed to address or look at. And this happens a lot with like within the spiritual community. There's times where like, you know, there'll be an event, like a spiritual event, and everybody's like, you know, around each other, and then, you know, this has happened to me where I'll be like in a spiritual event and I'll just be getting messages from people's ancestors from across the room. And then I'll have to awkwardly walk up to the person and be like, hey, and it happens quite often when you're connecting with someone who is able to shine that light on you and say, hey, this is, I think you need to know this. I think that you need to be aware of this. I think that this is something that you need to take a note of, because it's important for you to like look in a little bit deeper. Right now, you're in a state where other people are actively reflecting themselves on you. This is giving me also very twin flaming energy, very like soulmate energy, because a lot of the time they're reflecting that, they're reflecting ourselves through them, but just in a different way, in a way that almost seems like they have a lot of power, a lot of control, or they're like who they are as a person. It's somehow something that we embody or that we have, but at the same time is like, wait, but like, how do I deal with this? How do I navigate that? How do I like understand who you are right now, how do I take on your energy? And a lot of the time we need to understand, when it comes to that, you have to allow other people to reflect upon you what they need to reflect, to allow them to shine that light on you with however it is that their presence, who they need to be, how they talk, their mannerisms, whatever that triggers, whatever that like pushes into your, like activates within your spirit and your soul. You need to dive deeper into that, because it is an active reflection of who you are. Even if you don't agree with that person, even if you like, and then this is when, you know, debates happen, because there are times where we're having debates or a conversation and we get into like these kind of things with people, and then you're like, you're arguing an argument, right? But you realize sometimes when you're arguing an argument, that sometimes you don't know the full argument. You don't know what to say. You don't know, like, you're like, wait, what is my point? Like, what should I be? What, they're making a good point. Like, which side am I on, kind of vibe. And it's really important to understand that there's going to be sometimes where we're triggered in that way. And that's to reflect. That is to grow 1000%. Those people that come in and do that, okay, when they push us into this reflection, that is for us to evolve. That is for us to grow, for us to be triggered into being in alignment with ourselves 1000%. And this is when you're getting, my soul informs my every step. I do what my heart compels me to do. Because at the end of the day, when you're put in a situation where you're actively being reflected, you're reflecting, right? Like your spirit is like, oh my God, wait, that was off. Like, what was that weird? Why was that? Oh, like, geez. I think it's important to understand how that puts your soul into that alignment, how you're able to, how your soul triggers you to understand that that is a deeper meaning. That's a deeper conversation. That's a deeper understanding that you need to have with yourself. You can't just like dismiss it. You can't just dismiss the alignment as well. Like, it's a feeling of validation, but by mirroring and seeing yourself within, reflected by other people. And that includes like getting called out by other people too. There's some times where someone will call you out and you'll be like, wait, that was messed up. But that's when the ego work comes in, because the ego will try to be like, I didn't do anything wrong. But if you actually like reflect on like what the person is saying, you're like, well, you know what? I didn't really like that I did that either. That wasn't me. So I guess, you know what? Let me be in alignment. Let me apologize. Let me be on my shit. Let me make sure that I'm feeling good. I have to make sure that I'm moving through the heart. If my heart at any point is feeling twisted or like I'm like trying to protect it because I don't want to hear the truth, that I don't want to accept the truth for what it is, then that's how I know that I need to heal that, because that's an issue. And so there's this kind of like enlightenment that's going on, and it comes through reflecting to other people, which is a very beautiful, like, it's just a beautiful like vibe to be in. It's a beautiful experience to have to kind of be able to be triggered in that way. It's just like a really beautiful thing. So that's interesting. Oh, babe wants to give me a kiss. She's so cute. She's just got home. Oh my god. Okay. Ooh. I'm freaking out because I recently met a guy I felt deep connection with. You are welcome, love. No, 100%. I'm getting like hella twin flame kind of vibes. I'm just saying. You pick the deck. Okay. No problemas. I got you. I'll just put these back. Okay. We're gonna go with Archangel Michael because I'm just vibing with Archangel Michael. Oh, this is gonna be like the last one, y'all, because it's already been past an hour, and like I gotta go eat, y'all. I gotta go ground meat and stuff. So, but you guys know we do these every week, so y'all can come through. Y'all can come through every week. We could just hang and chill and stuff. Okay, so what is the general message, Archangel Michael? Yo, these cards just be like, whoop, there it is. Like, really fast. Oh, wow. Okay. This is fun. So you got one, the romance angels are helping you. And I'm going to read you the prayer. Dear guardian angels of my soulmate, thank you for preparing my soulmate and me for love, for giving us the motivation to make healthful, life-changing, and arranging for us to meet. Thank you for helping us recognize each other and have the courage to say hello so that we can eventually delve into a truly intimate relationship. Woo! Okay. And then Archangel Michael says, go forward fearlessly. Lots of strength today, y'all. Thank you. And the prayer goes, thank you for walking with me every step of the way, for holding my hands, giving me confidence and courage, and guiding my thoughts and actions in the direction of love and my true life's purpose. Oh my God. Okay, so first and foremost, there's definitely like this push to kind of explore a little bit of your love energy, especially when it comes to relationships, when it comes to attraction, and when it comes to like connecting on a deeper, like on a soul level, and kind of like saying, oh, it's here. Okay, I'm just going to dive right in. I'm just going to go straight into this boiling pot of water, and I'm going to be a lobster. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm going to do it. Like, and there's just like this need for you to dive in fearlessly, like open arms. Like, you know what? I asked Spirit for this experience. I've been praying for this. This is something that I've wanted for myself, that I wanted to grow with, that I want to have this connection. And I understand that that's what I've been calling for such a long time, that now I can't just sit here and run away from it. I can't just sit here and be like, oh no, I don't know, kind of vibe. Like, there's just like this, no. Think of like the song, what is this called? 7 Rings by Ariana Grande, where she's just like, I want it, I got it. It's on that vibe. Like, you want it, you got it, and then once you got it, just use it. Use it fearlessly. This is what you want. You just gotta do it. You gotta appreciate that you got it. You gotta appreciate that Spirit say, you know what? I think she's ready. I think she's ready for this level. Let's do it. Let's go. Let's experience this. Let me push her in this way. Let me bring this person out. I think they're both ready to experience each other. I feel like this is a good thing for this to be happening right now. So there's just like this kind of nudge from Spirit, like, hey, explore this. Like, just like go explore, go be open. It's almost like taking a kid to like the playground, and they're kind of a little shy to start running to the, like the swings or like the slide and stuff. And so you're just like, no. You go play, go do all of the things. Go down the slide, do the monkey, the monkey bars things, do all of the things. Be open and fearless to the experience that you have called on. Okay, it's important. Babe is saying Ashe for you, but it's important. It's definitely important to like just like okay, I'm not going to be afraid. There's no need to be afraid. There's absolutely no need to be afraid. You are protected. You have spirit behind you, and you're going to be okay. And just as long as you continue to follow those, and you ask for that protection, and you ask for all of that, everything is going to work out. Just take in the lessons as they come, take in the experiences that they come, and make sure that you are very aware of your heart's energy. Because once we start tapping into the romance in situations with other people, our heart chakra is very, it's a little bit vulnerable. We're in a state of like, oh my God, can I be this open? Can I share this? Can I like, and it's one of those things that we need to make sure that we are also aware of our own energy and how our heart is moving, so we can be open to it, and we're expanding that love energy, and that includes when things are not necessarily going well, and you need to say, okay, well, this is not making my heart feel good, so I want to clear this up because X, Y, Z, and B. Okay, so it's just about being bold. Just be bold. Be bold. But I do feel like this is such a like a little nudge. Like I feel like the angels are like, go kiki somewhere. Like go go be in the playground, go do the thing, go you know, wink at somebody. Like, and there's just like this need to be like a little bit like flirty and stuff. So that's just like really, really beautiful. This is so accurate, such a beautiful message that I will really take to heart. Thank you so much. You're welcome, love. Oh my God. Thank y'all all for coming through. Okay. Thank y'all all for coming through. Oh yeah, I need to book a reading with you. For everybody who like would like to get a reading with me, the booking, my website is in the description box. So if you guys need to book a reading with me, y'all can do that. And yeah, I will see y'all next week on Monday. And in the rest of the videos that are coming this week, Goddess Hour is still coming. The meditation, the throat chakra meditation, Lana is coming. It's coming. So yeah, definitely stay tuned for all the good stuff that I'm uploading this week. I'm so excited. But yeah, I will see y'all in the next one. I'm so glad that y'all enjoyed it. I hope that y'all received the messages you needed. And I will see y'all in the next one. Bye, y'all. Bye.